board book, or no, sorry, this picture book unboxing is This the Bus for Us? It's written by Harriet Ziefert and illustrated by Richard Brown. And it is published by Red Comet Press in Brooklyn. Yay. And I have to say, like, I take public transportation, mostly the subway, but I am not very good at buses. I grew up in California, Southern California, a beach town, and it was just, only cars and the school bus. And if I wasn't on a school bus or a car, then I rode my bicycle. But I never took the bus. The buses never came very often where I lived, and they just were not utilized. So when I came to Boston for college, and there's a lot of public transportation, like I had to figure out how to use the subway. And I used the bus once, like to go from one end of Cambridge to another, to go from Harvard to MIT, and it was like a straight shot, like on Mass Ave, like it wasn't that hard. But honestly, I had no idea how to ride the bus, and I got so confused, and I got on the wrong bus. I didn't know how to make the bus stop for when I needed to get off. I didn't know you're supposed to pull on something to make a sound to make it. I had no idea, and I still find buses very confusing and intimidating. And so this whole story, the setup, is This the Bus for Us, makes me laugh and also makes me cringe, because it's like, I don't know how to take the bus. And this whole thing, like, which is the right bus, makes me gives me anxiety, because it's like, I don't know myself. Like, if I had to depend on me getting home on the bus, it might not go well. So I just love this story setup, because I can totally relate to it. And Red Comet Press also is, I met the creators 2 years ago at USBBY. I have 2 picture books coming out with them that are picture book biographies. And so I love their books. So Leo and his sisters are waiting for a bus, and they want to take the bus to a park. So they're wondering, they're at the bus stop, and I mean, that's what's so confusing at the bus stop. And then there's many buses coming by, all going in different directions. And so you're trying to figure out which is the right bus. So they're like, is this the bus for us? And I also like that play on words, like that, like bit of rhyming. And so they see this bus, and they're like, no, this bus is red, it's going to a farm. Our bus is blue. And like, look, clearly going to a farm. I also like how the buses are color coordinated for where they're going. Like, I wish that was true in real life. That would really help me. Here comes another bus. This bus is not blue. It is yellow, and clearly it's going to the corner. I love that playfulness. I think that the fact that this is an aquarium in a bus is like, I find that delightful. This bus is orange, going to the zoo. Here's another bus. Is this the right color? No. This bus is going to the dog park. I mean, it's so whimsical, isn't it? This bus. Whoa. This is going to the museum. Perhaps the Museum of Natural History. That's so cool. They're getting a little bit tired too. They've been waiting for a while. And now, patiently waiting. This is the blue bus that will take them to the park. And then here's a little bit of information about the different parts of the bus. And there's like questions at the end to make it a little bit interactive. I do think it's delightful. So it's like, it's a story about also, I mean, it's a whimsical, funny story, but then there's also like connections that you can make. Like, do you take the bus? Have you ever taken a bus? What's the difference between a school bus and like a public transportation bus? And then also when you're at a bus stop, you kind of learn like, oh my goodness, just because you're at a bus stop, there might be more than one bus. So you have to check to make sure, is this your bus? Is it going in the right direction? Is it the right number? Is it actually going to where you need to go? So if I had this book when I was a child, perhaps I would be better at riding the bus. I wouldn't be so intimidated. And when I was in a college student in Boston, perhaps I would have gotten on the correct bus had I had this prior information from a picture book. Because that's how powerful picture books are. You know, they teach, they entertain, they make us laugh, and they're awesome. So thank you to Red Comet Press for this book, and thank you for watching. And leave in the comments if you ride the bus.